Alright, in this video, I'm going to show you some structured PvP with my thief. A little more comfortable with playing this guy, although um, I still wasn't as good as I was after the first beta weekend, just because I played so much of the Elementalist. I was still getting back in the swing of things with my thief. But here's the PvP area. I already did a lot of customization on this guy. Not a lot, but enough to play around with it. Select here. It's kind of like Steam. You pick a server to join, and then play. And yeah, I did some customization on my weapons and stuff and traits, and so I actually kind of had a plan with this guy. Unlike what I showed you with the Elementalist, where I was just smashing buttons, I'm a little bit more focused. So, kind of explained that in the other video with what the objective is. Same battleground in this one that I joined, as it was when the Elementalist PvP video I showed you. And show you a little gameplay. I start out with daggers just because I was trying to see if this was any good, and I realized I was not doing anything that I should have been doing if I wanted to actually fight in daggers. Like I was just like that ability right there. What was I thinking? But oddly enough, I actually do fairly well against this guy. So it does a lot of decent damage. And cool thing you're seeing here is this is actually the Elementalist I'm fighting, but in using daggers. So kind of shows you what they can do with daggers as well. And I actually end up switching to pistols here, and this is what I'm more comfortable with, doing a lot more damage with. And I do okay until another one of the other teams shows up, and then they just kind of mess me up there. Two Elementalists. Yay. Anyway, you see there, I use my little stealth ability while I'm down, and I disappear from them and change location. So it's really kind of fun, because when you're down, you can still do a decent amount of damage, and if you kill somebody, it brings you back up. So it's important to execute them. And you'll see actually instances where that comes into play during this battleground in this video. So it's really cool. Like, that little down thing is fun. Rest back in here. I think I decided to kind of abandon using my knives, and I'll change that next time I want to try something else. So there, I think I volunteered to switch teams, and so it's kind of like TF2. I didn't really know. I just kind of hit the button, and now I'm on the red team. So yeah, blue team's losing. So bandwagon. So I go back into pistols, and this is a guardian and a warrior I'm fighting. And holy crap, guardians, notice, are just ridiculously hard to kill. Like, I don't know if it's just like they're healing themselves and it makes them hard to kill, or they just don't take that much damage. And they do take some damage, but that combo is just setting me up for failure. They are crushing me. So yeah, not good. Like, I did the disappearing trick again. One guy, falls for it, then the guardian doesn't. That kind of sucks. I do the disappearing trick again. He's waiting for me, and then I'm dead. But look at that volley. I think that's that warrior's damage he's doing to me. That's the playback. Yeah, jeez, that's that warrior doing all range damage to me. All ranged on a warrior. Just guns, and I think that maybe both guns. But I think I get a little bit better instances there, not me going 1v2 so much, and I'm starting to get a little bit familiarized with the gameplay. So I'm following around here. Again, I'm not really paying too much attention to objectives. I just want to go fight people and show you some gameplay, actually. So I do come over here, take this node. Okay, you can see the little meter on the top right. We're holding it and turning it, and you get points for neutralizing it, and then points for capping it, and you get personalized points as well. I'm not really sure what that counts toward, if anything, but helps the team. So follow this guy down. I figure that I am going to follow somebody no matter what now, because the going alone did not work so well for me. And we're getting some good fights, and I also think I do switch to daggers, but only in a smart way now, not trying to play that way, because I definitely haven't played enough with dual daggers to be good at it in PvP. Turning this node back, following that guy around. I get in a fight sometime. And there we go. There's somebody to kill. Love this burst damage on this guy. It's a great amount. But you do run out of initiative. That's the drawback on the thief. I can't just constantly spam that. But here's a really good example. I'm fighting with, I think it's a warrior fighting with me. We take, this one guy's going to go down. And I'm out of initiative here. Kind of use all my burst skills. So what I do is I switch weapons, which is cool. Do a quick heal, and then I turn over to melee eventually, so I can actually, because the auto attack ability on the daggers is actually pretty strong. So switch back over to let my initiative come back up, and I can still put pressure on it. And there's me executing this guy. He's going to do his little special ability. Everybody has one, and that is to interrupt me. But I'll eventually get that execute off. Or my buddy will. And again, that's really important to do that whenever you can, because they can rally, and you'll see where me and this guy right here coming up, exactly that happens. So I'm letting my health come back up. Whoop, running into two other guys, so I decided to blow my heal. We focus on one guy pretty far down, but you see my buddy's taking the brunt of all that beating, and yeah, he goes down here shortly. But we get this guy down. Now, I think that's an engineered bomb. That really hurt. So my buddy goes down, but I come over here. I'm taking him. I execute him. My buddy isn't executed, and look, he's rallied. So now he's rallied. He throws his heal up. We got 2v1 now, full health. And we take him down easy. This guy doesn't even know we're here. I'm making sure this guy gets executed. 5 points. And now we turn our focus on this guy. He's going to go down too. So a really good example of making sure you execute people, and then how that can rally you back up. And you'll see us, we even res one-on-one characters because they fail to execute them properly. So it's worth ignoring somebody else that's attacking you in order to get that execute off. You'll go right back down. Like I said, once I got a little bit rust shaken off this, a lot better with Thief. And especially since I wasn't trying to mess around too much with daggers, and I actually know what I'm doing with pistols, so I can stay in a nice range. Do some good focus here. So this guy goes down, and I keep attacking him because you can finish him off without doing the execute move if you just take down their kind of second health bar, and it stops them from being able to just sit there and heal themselves the whole time. So you can heal yourself and rally yourself as long as you're not getting attacked. So it's actually not useless to still do regular attacks on somebody. It's just a lot faster to pull the execute off, and then you don't burn. Like, I have resources here, initiative, so I don't want to burn that just on somebody where I can just execute them. Getting good fights. A lot more comfortable with my thief in PvP, so you can see how it's a little bit better. Going for a steal move, and I get bounced the hell around. Guy's trying to focus me, but I get that little stealth and heal. I'm going to take this guy down. Yeah, I think we get him. Yeah, it's that Guardian. Freaking pain in the butt to kill. But here you see, they failed to execute one of our players. So we res him, and bam. Now he doesn't have to go back and wait for respawn timer, and he's back in the fight. So huge advantage, and it's fun because he's still doing a lot of damage, and we get to res him, so it kind of gives you a good feeling when you get to go right back in the fight with your team, kind of looking out for you. And chase this guy around. Really good. Again, you can see how many abilities are going on, and it's still really smooth. Just lots of knockdown. And he's running for it. That's about it, dude. Hopefully it helps a little bit better than the Elementalist one. I'm fairly decent at the... oh, here we go. Yeah, I go down. He actually finishes me off, but I'm still doing damage to him. And he goes down. My team executes him, and I rally. And heal myself, right back in the fight. So really cool mechanic. I really love that the downs and rally mechanics. It's fun in PvE. It's fun in World v World. It just such a nice aspect of all the different game, even a structured PvP. It has its place, and you wouldn't think so as much, but there, the video shows it. Alright, and I'll just let you continue to watch the last few seconds of this.